Okay, well anyways. So I'm gonna show you guys the video showing what you guys just missed because of my stupid freaking connection issue here. So here's the video. I'm also going to link the video as well. Where is it? Right here. But yeah, so I went back a couple seconds to before the stream started acting up. This way you guys could hear it and such. Oh yeah, I'm gonna pause it to where we are right now on the scene behind it, okay? But let me grab the link for this. Oh, whoops. I think that's a link for it, right? Yeah. So please give this video a like because it helped us with this. Alright, so give that video a like, please. I'm just gonna show the part that we missed.
What has she done? Oh gods, this is a summoning.
That is a beautiful picture right there. And that's what we missed so far.
A dormant citizen has called forth an icon in direct violation of our primary agreement. The negotiations have failed. Abandon the captives and make preparations to withdraw.
But Ambassador!
Disobey me, Pilus, and you disobey the Emperor. Make preparations to withdraw! Now!
As you command.
My lord, you must...
Okay, that's what we missed. That's what we missed so far. That's all that we missed. Please give that video a like. Please give it a like if it helped us catch up on what we missed.
You ask me to run?
Leave this to me.
Against such a foe, I would be more hindrance than help. The field is yours. We will withdraw, but not without our countrymen. I want every soul accounted for. Every soul!
My lord.
I knew you would not flee. I see now the strength which flows from that baleful light of yours. But I am become Tsukuyomi, goddess of the moon and divinity of night. What power can compare to such celestial majesty? I shall plunge all I despise into darkness. And within that black abyss, even your light shall flicker and fail. Come, let us cast the stalks and look upon the fate of Thor. I see a future in which the sun sets on this wretched land. Once and for all!
Okay, now I was busy reading up on what I need to look out for when the disconnect happened. Because I have my thing set up to give me a Windows error sound when my when the stream decides to take a shit like that. Okay, let's see. Phase 1. Okay, so that's a tank buster. That looks like a reskin of a previous ability. Okay, phase 2, let's see. There's something in the last phase that you to keep an eye out for. Okay, so I'm gonna leave you guys with the music for a little bit, because I gotta use the bathroom before this fight. Okay, I'm back. Alright, chat, who's ready for a trial? Cogent relic, a hidden trove of crystals. Through these tools of ritual summoning, the restored Yasuo is reborn as Tsukuyomi, divinity of night and lady of the moon. This being a celestial majesty would rule from on high, and John the lands of Doma in eternal darkness. Will your light shield he and his people, or will a flicker excel before the encroaching abyss? Oh yeah, this is one of my favorite trials, strictly because of how it's presented. It's also the climax of Yatsu's story arc here. You know, I probably could have queued up for the trial, used the bathroom, and still would have been in it, apparently. Oh yeah. So the reason the Red Cogent came up into the area earlier was they were trying to get that Nia back. As I'm guessing, Asahi stole it from their vault. Oh boy. I wish this queue would pop because this is a story required trial. Now, before anyone asks about why I'm not doing yet with the NPCs, it's because story required trials before Shadowbringers. Or maybe even before Endwalker, because I don't know if Shadowbringers has the support for that yet. But story required trials do not have the trust system on them, or the duty support system. Story required dungeons do, but not the trials. And it's not until either the very end of Shadowbringers or Endwalker that the trials started getting the thing too. But even then, not all the trials have the duty support or trust system, even in their respective expansions. For example, with an endwalker having the access to 2 trials, I think? I think it has 2 trials to have access to it. The ones after the main story, however, such as, for example, the 6.1 trial, which my other character is at currently, does not have the trust system on it. Or at least it didn't at the time that I played them last. No, this is taking a bit. Yeah, this will take me a bit. You'd think the people queuing up for the random trials would get selected for this. This is taking a bit for the queue. What the heck? Average wait time less than 5 minutes. You've been in it for about 7 now. At least you have some nice music to wait. Yeah, at least the music is nice. I bet you if I queued up for a normal trial roulette, it would be like an instant right there. Come on, Q. Hop already, please. There we go. Alright, chat, here we go. I'm leaving the chat box open so that you guys can see, like, whatever stuff that they say.
Oh, it's going to be a long night. Whoa!
I got a pick on here.
Your end is near.
Got a poor scholar.
Beg for mercy. Your death will be all the sweeter.
What's that Reaper did still?
darkness blooms the spider lily. From mortal husk, I rise anew. Suffused with night, I shall prevail. Beg the mess. In night's chill shine petals pale. Whoa! Beg the mess. Whoa! Suffused with night, I shall prevail! Your end is near. In sunless gloom, black tendrils trail. No. Not yet. Not yet. I'll grind you under my heel. I'll grind you under my heel.
Ah, you think that sound more like a gun.
You really must learn to finish the job. 'Tis true that a gaudy mirror and a handful of crystals make for a feeble summoning. But even the weakest icon is a god of souls. A threat that must be put down. My! Such hostility! These beings are the sworn enemies of the Empire. I merely did my duty as an Imperial officer. Will you surrender to anger then? Slay an anointed emissary to avenge a fallen foe? Ha! You cannot,
Ah,
of
he
course!
really is trying to provoke me.
To do so would burn the bridges we have labored so hard to build. Oh, but I'm forgetting. They're already ash. This Dorman woman has seen to that. The Empire cannot ally itself with any nation that refuses to renounce summoning. I believe I was most clear on that point. It should have been mine. The power he bestowed upon her. I should have been the one to govern Doma. I would have repaid his faith. No one alive loves him more than I! Instead, this harlot betrayed his trust. Useless piece of filth! Worthless whore! Ah!
Thank you, dear brother, for this precious gift. Vengeance. These people, our people, they ignore the corruption which festers beneath the surface. Cast aside that which is dirty and broken. Speak not of things which would disrupt their dreary little lives. Like you, Asahi. Always pretending not to see. You were the first. The first I swore to kill. Such bliss. I had thought my hunger insatiable. But now I am satisfied. You should feel honored, dear brother. I saved the last of my strength, just for you.
Damn.
What's the matter? The Witch of Doma will soon be dead.
Dosatsu will mourn you.
He will mourn too, perhaps. I wonder, was the fruit as sweet as he remembered?
Lord Xenos. Lord Xenos. I am at your disposal.
Asai, you were born of Doma, yes?
Yes, my lord. I am honored that you would remember me. How may I serve?
You are hereby appointed Ambassador Plenipotentiary, and empowered to speak with the voice of the Emperor. Return to your native land of Doma, and announce your intention to sue for peace.
For peace?
Once negotiations are underway, you are to locate the acting Viceroy.
She lives? That is to say, I will, my lord.
When you have found her, you will initiate a ritual to call forth an icon. I will instruct you in the necessary steps. Yotsuyu's faith is unreliable, but as a child raised to believe in the Kami, she will serve as a vessel for one of the Kojin's gods. She need only wish it to be so.
The Xenos wouldn't do that. He doesn't thirst for tricking people to summon shit.
The power will seem a gift, but the icon's essence will consume her. She will be no more than a husk, a slave to whim and desire.
My lord, ever since the day you saw fit to save my miserable life, I have dreamed of repaying your benevolence. Upon my honor, I swear to devote myself wholly to your service. All that you command will be done, no matter the cost. But I fear the subtleties of your plan yet elude me. From the reports I have heard, the champion who aids the Doman resistance would make short work of a single icon.
The icon is merely a message. The pacifist teachings of the Populares spread through this city like a plague. And I would remind the people of the threat we face. You will be my chosen agent. The hand which tolls the warning bell. The salvation of this world will not be won through the signing of treaties.
That doesn't doesn't exactly sound like Xenos as well, like the actual sound of him. This one sounds more like a raspy.
Your chosen agent.
I will not fail you, my lord. My master, Lord Xenos, he will come for you.
You have prevailed, I see.
She is gone. Wherefore did the Kami spare us, only to inflict this pain?
Death shall not want for company this day. You spared us a worse disaster, but I fear our fledgling peace with the Empire was beyond saving.
Lord Hien!
Maxima, is it not? I assumed you long fled.
I entertain thoughts of escape even now, but our negotiations have yet to reach a satisfying conclusion. The ambassador insisted that the summoning spelled an end to our mission here, but it seemed to me there was more to the tale.
I saw a vision of Asahi's past. Or should I say Xenos is behind this plot? But Xenos should be dead.
I have heard tell of this power you wield. And in your vision, you witnessed Lord Xenos giving these orders.
How can that be? Xenos is dead. He took his own life after the battle in Alamigo. I saw his body with my own eyes.
Forgive me, but Lord Xenos is very much alive. He granted our party an audience prior to our departure. That he was gravely wounded is certain, but his recovery appeared to be proceeding apace.
Oh, you know what, chat? I just realized that model of Xenos that you saw? He has something covering his neck. If there's nothing there, then that's not Xenos. Because what he did to himself would have left a nasty scar if he managed to survive.
I'm afraid I share Lord Hien's confusion. The man's death was confirmed and his remains interred. These are matters of public record.
I have no doubt you believe what you say. But what then is the explanation? That an imposter has infiltrated the innermost circle of the Imperial Court? The idea is inconceivable, absurd. But worthy of investigation nonetheless. Our movement can ill afford to have a highly placed pretender undermining our efforts.
Your efforts may yet bear fruit. Tell me, what is to become of our prisoner exchange? Though we have already taken custody of our conscripts, we have yet to release your Imperial comrades. Do you still intend to collect them?
Yes. As the late ambassador's second in command, it falls to me to speak on the Empire's behalf. And I'm happy to confirm our intent to proceed according to the original agreement.
Then let us be about it. 'Twould be a pity to abandon such a promising beginning.
Indeed. You have my thanks, Lord Hien. As soon as our people are secure aboard our airship, we shall depart straightways for Garlemald.
Tread lightly, Pilus. I sense treachery awaits you there.
Might I accompany you to the capital?
Alphino, have you gone mad?
Imposter or no, if Xenos was instructing Asahi on the finer points of ritual summoning, then experience tells us there is an Ascian waiting in the wings. Without our knowledge and expertise, our new friends will be hard-pressed to contend with a foe for whom death is but a minor inconvenience. They need our help.
Were you indeed willing to share your knowledge of this enemy, we would not shun your counsel.
You truly mean to do this? In full knowledge of the danger?
I have seen the Warrior of Light risk her life on countless occasions. Next to her, I'm scarce more than a distraction on the battlefield. But in the meeting room or the audience chamber, there I can make a difference. I can strike bargains, forge ties, and change minds. And where better to do these things than in the home of our old enemy?
This is your moment.
Tis not for me to stop you. But I would have you consider an alternative arrangement. Rather than braving the Empire as a simple traveler, go forth as an emissary of Doma. Such a position should offer you some measure of protection.
Go then. You've obviously made up your mind. Just try not to do anything reckless, all right?
I shall be on my best behavior. Farewell, my friends.
Gosetsu dragged himself here from the sickbed only to be greeted by the Sayajatsu's corpse. I had not the words to comfort him. Alphino, you impulsive fool. I thought about trying to talk him out of it, but I know I would say if the roles were reversed. Stubbornness is something of a family trait. I knew Asaya was planning some manner of treachery, but summoning? Think the Kami you were here, my friend. None of us would have escaped Yatsu's vengeance had you not intervened. She was a pawn, aye, but she still had a choice, and she chose to submit to the ambassador's plan. Tis little wonder Gosetsu departed in silence. I gather he left the same way he came, alone aboard a rowing boat. As for the conscripts, most made it to the second Lune before the battle began in earnest, but the vessel yet waits in the riverbank for those who did not flee in time. Then I suggest we put this doubtful place behind us and make for the Enclave together. 'Twould be a shame to miss our joyous reunion.
How often have I imagined this moment? Thank you for helping it come to pass.
Okay, but what about Kosetsu?
Ah, there you are.
Gosetsu, your hair.
My friend, what have you done?
An old man who cannot raise his blade has no place in the service of a young lord. Thus did I decide to devote my remaining days to pilgrimage. I will walk this land, offering prayers of repose for all the souls who left this life in suffering.
All of them?
I want to say don't leave us, cause he's one of my favorite characters.
This is no forlorn and final farewell. Send me on my way with a smile, my friend.
Scarcely have we said our goodbyes to Alphino, and you leave us too. But 'tis well that my companions find their own way forward. I must endeavor to do the same.
I have faith that you will find the best path for Doma without me, my lord. Pray forgive me this last act of selfishness, and grant me your blessing.
You have earned it 1,000 times over. Go in peace, my friend. I shall make of Doma a land where children laugh and none need live in fear.
There is no better way to honor those who went before. And with that, I take my leave.
It will be far too quiet without Kosetsu around. I wonder if we'll see him again. Well, speaking of reunions, have you spoken with Inahashi? Oh, freaking heads. I guess I'll wait for the ads then. So... the stability skipped aside earlier. For those of you that can hear me, I hope you're all enjoying your time with us tonight. The quest that's right there is basically to help get this whole area built up. So like you see right where there's like construction stuff's happening? Like especially over here. Yeah, so this starts off a whole quest line and a whole side project basically. Where at certain points, once we donate enough stuff, basically, you get to see this whole enclave get built up and become much better. Although I'm not gonna lie when I say I'm not really a fan of the path being as wide as the road. Like, does it really need to be this wide? Like, at least have some additional grass and such, like in these many areas. Like, yeah, have the path match up with like the gate right there, for example. And then have it branching off to go through all these like little archways and such. And then they could put like trees and shrubs and such. And other decorations along the spaces here. But no, they want this route. Oh, Peaches, get down from there. I love you, Peaches, but I don't want you to hop on this like that. Because her hair keep on getting into the mouse. Oh, I think we're back. You will be far too quiet without Kosetsu around. I wonder if we'll ever see him again. Oh, speaking of reunions, have you spoken with Iyanashi? It turns out his father was among the returning conscripts. Tasatsu relinquished his duties with the grace befitting a samurai lord. I only hope that I can fill the void which he has left behind. Like the Kami you spotted that cracked plank, that ship ended up bringing my father home. And the captain said, well, let's just say I'm not a pirate anymore. I'm going to live in Domo with my father. We're free. Oh, that was nicer, bro show. Ah, Gyosatsu. Fair journey to you, my friend. A bittersweet occasion, but there's yet ample cause to be grateful. Pray join us in the Yukian-kan. I would think it properly. Oh, Kayan-kan. That's I think Kyle said. Also, chat, it did bring a tear to my eye, the whole scene with Yatsuyu. I'm not gonna lie, it did actually bring a tear to my eye. Lord Hiem trained under Gosetsu from the day he was old enough to hold a sword. Though he smiled through all the farewells, none will feel his absence more keenly. With all that out of the way, Doma should be able to look forward to a period of relative calm. As for us, well, we have an intriguing story to tell everyone back at the Rising Stones. Our brothers and sisters are returned to us, and the dream of Doma's restoration is that much closer to being realized. It is a day that will live long in memory, and one that would never have done without the courageous actions of the Silence. On behalf of Doma and our people, we give you our deepest thanks. Lest you think me complacent, I assure you I have not forgotten the dark cloud on the horizon. That Xenos lives is a source of grave concern. May have to grave us, yet there is little to be done but wait for Alphano to send word. Until then, I plan to devote myself to fulfilling the promise I made to Gosetsu, by building a nation in which none need live in fear. I confess I miss him already, but the thought that he has at last found peace goes some way to softening the blow. I wonder, did you ever stop to ask yourself why he showed Yatsuya such kindness? I believe the answer lies in past tragedy, specifically the death of his wife and daughter during the invasion. Though he hid it well, they were never far from his thoughts, and in Yatsuya's childlike mien, I believe he saw not a fallen tyrant, but the little girl who was lost to him. After the loss of his family, Gosetsu devoted himself wholly to the service of his country. He suffered any hardship, strove beyond the limits of endurance without hesitation or complaint. Though Suyu could never truly replace his daughter, I'd hoped that with her at his side, he might live out the remainder of his days in relative contentment. Would that the Kami had been so minded. Even now, I labor to discern any meaning in Yasuya's fate, to deliver her from certain death with no memory of her sins, only to leave her at the mercy of her stepbrother. Can that truly have been their will? That I cannot tell you. The will of the Kami is not for us to know. But what I do know is that for a brief moment, the girl known as Suyu lived among us. And that she brought with her a whisper of respite for a grieving heart. However far his pilgrimage may take him, we have not seen the last of Gosetsu. Of that I am certain. Doma owes you a great debt, my friend. Thanks to you, we have everything we need to prosper. You and Alice must promise to visit us again soon. And Alphona too, when he returns from the Empire. Know that my thoughts go with him. Under the moonlight, Alice seems ready to bid farewell to Doma. I think it's time you were going, don't you? You've done all we can here, and we have a lot to report. But before we head back to the Rising Stones, let's call in at Nilgar's Reach. We should be the ones to tell Lise about Xenos. After everything we went through together, we owe more that. Well, you know, that'd be a perfect song to end on. let's see. Not gonna take you guys to after this. Let's see. Oh, we haven't been there in a little bit. Okay, I think I know who we'll go to. Savvy, Elisek, you're back. No Alphino? It's good to see you, Lise. As for my headstrong brother, he's off on what will almost certainly turn out to be a once-in-a-lifetime trip to Galamod. It's a long story, but we had evidence that Xenos might still be alive. What? But that's... If this is a joke... God, this has better be a joke. Look, I know what I saw, right? We all saw it. And here you are saying he's alive and well and living in the high life back in Galamod? I know how ludicrous this sounds. I'm still having difficulty believing it myself. But while I might doubt the word of an Imperial envoy, I'm inclined to trust Savvy's. She saw the Crown Prince through an echo, in a meeting that could only have taken place in the recent past. It was him. It was Xenos. No, it must have been, I don't know, some kind of really convincing imposter. Xenos is dead. He had a great big hole in his neck. We buried him. Aye, and someone went to the trouble of desecrating the bastard's grave, remember? So, gilded halls. Whatever are you talking about? Oh, hey, Tancred. Tancred, what brings you to the Reach? Alphino had me lending a hand at the Saltery, keeping an eye on the rebuilding work and so on, just until operations were up and running. And now that they are, I thought I might look in on you before wending my weary way back to headquarters. Forgive me if I misheard, but is there some suggestion the late Crown Prince could have done better? If so, might I suggest a quick look inside his coffin as our first order of business? As much as I hated the man, it doesn't feel right defiling his grave. But if it will put this rumor to rest, I suppose we have to. And when there are no curious eyes about, if we can manage it. Xenos is buried up at Bloodhome, and the locks. His grave was set apart from the others and left unmarked, so as to not upset the locals. Then it shouldn't be too hard to find. Nado, you're in charge until I get back. Okay, Peach, so because I wouldn't let you up on the desk over here, you decided to go up on the table over there? Okay, silly. Yes, I turned around and she's just sitting there. Just sitting there on the table. Back to me. Hey, she, how you doing? We're going to check up on the grave of someone that should be dead right now. off a ledge while we're at it, apparently. You know how nice it is to be able to play this game without the, without a battery, essentially. Like, without any kind of loading issues and whatnot. It feels so good, not gonna lie. But, hopefully next week that will be a thing of the past. And I'll be able to have not only my model up proper without any loading screen issues, but we'll have like max settings on those things now. Hopefully next week, that is. And yes, those things are called boots. Oh, it's up there, okay. My money is on reading snakes, possibly spiders. Let's pry it open and see what comes out. Also, the graves are grouped together, but they managed to find a lonely spot for Xenos, didn't they? Well, honestly, they should have made it even lonelier. This is it. Gods, he better be in there. Someone scrawled all over the stone a while ago, but I had it scrubbed off, and thought no more about it. The no one thought to check if the coffin was still occupied. Well then, we are presented with but one course of action. And we had best be sure we are not observed in the doing of it. Shall we begin? Well?
Oh dear. We seem to be missing a corpse.
What the fuck?
Well, it must be somewhere.
Another heavy
I only
stone,
hope it isn't
too.
walking around.
Dude, that was a smirk on that face. That was a smirk. If there's no corpse, then are we to conclude the rumors are true? Not necessarily. You might still be dealing with a doppelganger of some kind. An agent could have been sent to dispose of that body in a bid to lend credence to the tale of Xenos' resurrection. More and more, however, I find myself siding with Alphino's theory of Ascian possession. Speaking from experience, I can tell you they have no qualms about making a living host, let alone a dead one. They're saying an Ascian is walking around in Xenos' body. There seems a distinct possibility. Once I put his grave back the way we found it, I shall pay a visit to the people responsible for interring the Crown Prince. Before leaping to any conclusions, I want to know for sure if a body was ever buried here, and how certain we are that Xenos is properly dead. If he wasn't, that was some trick. Yes, get us cut his own head off. Anyway, Robin needs to hear about this. If you find anything out, send word to me at Rogar's Reach. Yeah, I don't know why I'm surprised. With matters settling down in Doma, you were due another crisis. Shall we make for the Rising Stones then? It's past time we shared these developments with the others. I certainly love how my little ring glows in the darkness. Oh, shit, we're already here. We gathered what scraps of intelligence we could. Myself from within Eorzea and Alphino from as far eastern sources, but there's a limit to what a blue can learn about the Empire from outside its borders. So I'd never think to invite myself aboard an Imperial bloody airship. It was impulsive, reckless, you've got to admire the lad style. I know grandfather and Home have yet to discuss it, but with the liberation of Doma, it is surely only a matter of time before the refugees decide to return to the Far East, no? Those of us who were afield have finally returned. So glad am I to have everyone back. The place had been too quiet. Now the mission fraught with danger, yet here I am still. Quiet moments such as this, spent in carefree conversation with comrades, I've grown to cherish most. Are they still going on about which one's the good one? It would seem Master Alphino has placed himself squarely in the path of danger. As a fellow clown, I shall render whatever aid I can to ensure a safe return. Though he is but half the size of my courageous brother, it would seem Alphino's bravery looms twice as large. Even the Hori might hesitate before embarking alone into the heart of the Empire. Soon Home going about his duties with a smile lifts my heart even as it brings a tear to my eye. Glad though I am for his nation's liberation, I shall be saddened to see him go. And now I need to give Illica my undivided attention, but these waves of brotherly love make my mind drift to naughty places. Focus, Aeonar. Focus. Well, she is just horny for the boulders, isn't she? Apple so there can find someone to keep him company. With our missions, we can never linger very long. Yeah, she is just horny for both of them. I wonder if that ever gets touched upon in the MSQ later on. Or if he ever, like, fully develops into something. While I was waiting for you to arrive, I spoke to Oriander over Lake Pearl and gave him a full report. Istula is on her way and should be here any... I'll say sorry. It's good to see you safe and well. What news had you from the east? Disturbing developments indeed. Given all that we know, I too would conclude that an Ascian now inhibits Xenos' body. A doppelganger might fool the Crown Prince's subordinates, but savvy? Nah. Alphino had the right of it. Would that his wisdom extended to the question of his own safety. Capable though he has become, he ventures alone into the enemy's stronghold, and the shadowy web of the Paragons, like us no? When it comes to making rash decisions, I'm hardly in a position to criticize, but... I'm worried. I just wish there was something I could do for him besides pray. Meanwhile, in the Imperial Palace. We cannot suffer icons to exist. Was I not clear on this point? More than clear. The icon in question was summarily dispatched by a warrior of light. The summoner is dead, and the right beyond repeating. Everything proceeded according to plan. Every party behaved me exactly as required. My methods may seem extreme, but there is no cause for concern. I work only to ensure the salvation of the star. Yep? What are you doing fiddling with that thing? I asked you a question, soldier. Hey, that's a katana. What are you? Have you lost your mind? I have lost many things, but my mind is yet my own. There upon the stage I stood, prepared to take my final blow. My final battle, only to find that the finale was but an intermission. Shall I use this chance to repent for my sins? Embrace goodness and mediocrity? Nay, I think not. While the one I yearn to face yet lives, the hunt must go on. Now that was more Xenos-like. Is Xenos nasty and loud? Alphina will have need of all of his wits if he is to survive his visit to Girl Mode. We know precious little about life in the Imperial capital. Anyways, chat, I think we've had a nice night, even with the scuff that we had. Let me just refresh this page real fast. Yeah, look, my eyes basically glow in the dark. That's cool. Previously, before this expansion, it did not do that. Well, I guess it was like suggested that it was supposed to. but the fact that they do now, that's just pretty cool. Anyway, let me see what goes on right now. Oh, I hope they're not about to get off. If not, I do have a second I do have a second target, if not. Anyways. Yeah, let me thank you, each and every one of you, chatter and lurker alike, for hanging out with me tonight, even with the scuff that we had. I hope you all have enjoyed your time here on the Express. Because I'm not feeling too well still, like I'm still like feeling the symptoms of it and whatnot, I'm not gonna do like my usual outro. But what I will say is, if you're just chilling here and enjoying your time with us tonight, but you're not following, feel free to hit that follow button. Twitch will let you know whenever the Express is in service. Down in the info panels below, and as well as in the About section, you can find the links to our socials, such as our Twitter/X account, our YouTube VOD archive, which I'm slowly getting updated, and our Discord community. I hope to see you on all those platforms in the future. If you want to help support the channel, the absolute minimum that you can do is what you're already doing, which is just sitting here, hanging out, and just chilling with us. Probably not like how my capstone was being annoying right now. Although she's doing it in her own adorable way. But yeah, so that's the absolute minimum, is just chilling here, hanging out with us. It helps out more than you guys think it does. But if you feel that we've earned a little bit extra, feel free to maybe drop some bits, maybe even drop a stub if you want to use our emotes on other channels. Peaches, why are you headbutting my leg? Come on! You're being silly! You're being so silly, Peaches. She's really nuzzling right up against my leg and such. Anyways, but yeah, so if you want to help support the channel in more ways than just checking out, feel free to drop some bits, maybe even drop a sub if you want to use our emotes on other channels. Please be aware that Twitch has raised their subscription prices up to, what was it, $6 now? So please be aware of that. However, if you do want to help support with a sub of sorts, but while not going to Twitch, feel free to do so through buying a Sekofi. You can either do it as a one-time or even as a monthly type of deal, and you can do it for as low as $1. Other ways that you can help support include sending us gifts. You can even contribute to hardware updates that we're going for, such as a new desk now. Anyways, as it is, I do want to once again thank all of you for being here with me tonight on the Express, even if I wasn't in my normal thing or whatever. But let's get ready for that raid. I hope you all enjoyed, and have a great night, everyone. Yes, do I have the outro on the thing properly? No, I don't. Hold on. There we go. Oh yeah, have a great night, everyone, and thank you for riding on the Express with us. Weird way to end it, but okay.